If you don't have a ton of time on your hands, but you are really looking forward to binging something, the new Netflix series Dealer may be of interest to you. A music video director tries to film a charismatic but unpredictable drug gang leader wanting to break into the rap music scene. His work reveals the hidden, true face of drug dealing while he gets caught in a bloody gang war. This series is kind of a new take on the found footage genre. To further his rap career, Tony is asked to shoot a music video by his record label. He's fresh out of prison and back to leading his gang of drug dealers. Frank and Tomas are the videographers, and they are clearly in over their heads. To capture the real feel of Tony, they strap on cameras and follow the action everywhere. What we see as an audience is meant to feel kind of real time as the action and drama play out, but it's stitched together from all the different camera angles, which gives it an in-your-face and very tense feel. The way this is produced, the footage has some glitches which add to the authenticity. The story is pretty fast-paced too, and it moves from one scene to the next with just increasing urgency. This also feels like it was taking a few notes from the failed platform Quibi. There are 10 episodes in this, and the longest one is only 15 minutes. The rest hover in that 8 to 12 minute range. Because of the camera angles and the shots that are chosen for the final edit, we get something that feels a bit like End of Watch with Jake Gyllenhaal and Michael Pena. Some of the scenes also play out like a first-person shooter video game where we just see a hands and a gun in front of the camera. Sometimes the shakiness of the scenes makes it hard to focus, but they switch between the cameras enough where we get a mix of the frenetic along with steadier shots. The drama and conflict are high because we have two filmmakers inside a drug dealer's world, and they really have no business there. But they also continue filming even when the situations get insane so they can get the footage. This is really well produced, and the quick segments are engaging despite the two filmmakers making just terrible choices as the stakes and the danger grew. I found some of those times rather frustrating too because we can anticipate how their decisions are going to play out. The action is pretty good also. There are some tense scenes throughout just because of the nature of the gang. But the last two episodes, those increase the intensity a ton, and I found it pretty exciting. There are foot and car chases as well as some good gunfights. From character standpoints, the two filmmakers aren't easy to root for. Well, I mean, one of them is pretty unknown to us. Tomas is behind the camera almost the entire time. Frank, though, is more of the director of the two, and he is the one who ultimately decides how long they stay. Frank is timid at times and conflicted, but he's also ambitious and rash, and the longer the show continued, the less I really liked Frank. Now, Tony is pretty charismatic though. We see that while he's the head of this drug gang, he's also a thinking person and he cares about his family, and I began to root for him despite him not being an upright citizen. There's internal scheming and conflict that occurs within the gang, which only helps to add to the anxiety of the story. And I kept getting the sense that a lot of bad things were about to happen, but I didn't know how or from whom. The series opens with a tense scene, but it's out of context, so we don't really know what we're watching. But by the end, that opening scene does make sense. So this was fun and really quick to watch. I'm not sure if there will be a second season, but I kind of hope that there is. The way this ends isn't very satisfying on its own, and it really could use more resolution. There's no sex or nudity, a lot of profanity and violence. I give Dealer 3.5 out of 5 couches. So did you ever watch anything on Quibi? If so, did you enjoy the short format of the episodes? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me.